What's good, YouTube? Akil here, back with another video, and today I'm taking you guys on another trip to the thrift. And I came up on some really good stuff lately, and some of these things that I found was actually from a few weeks ago. But as I told you guys in my previous video, I've been kind of sick for a few days, so I kind of had to just rest and sit home for a little while. But your boy is back feeling better, so I'm able to record some more of these videos for you guys. And some of the stuff from this video actually already sold, so I'll just keep you guys up to date with some of those types of items as well. But if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first stop of the day, came across this USA team basketball jersey, and this one was actually Paul George's jersey. So Paul George is pretty popular. I'm not a fan by any means, but I know he's pretty popular, so I'm definitely going to be taking a chance on this one. I know I haven't came across any of these USA team basketball jerseys in the past, but I'm going to price mine a little on the higher end because there's definitely not a ton of sales and not a lot of competition out there either. So I'm probably going to price mine closer to 60 to 70 bucks and just wait for the right buyer. And I know I didn't show the tag, but they were only asking $5 for that. Next, came across this Dooney and Burke purse, and if you guys follow the channel, you guys know I don't sell a ton of purses, but I'm trying to, broaden my horizons a little bit, and I came across this one, and it even said binocular bag on the inside. So it just gave me a little tip in terms of how to sell it, what to look for when I was listing it. And I seen comps were pretty high. Some were even selling for about $100 used condition. So I'm definitely gonna grab this one up, and if my wife likes it when I get home with this, I'll just let her have it because I know this is a pretty high quality purse. The leather is really nice and soft. It even smells really good here too. So I'm definitely gonna take a chance on this for only $20. I've sold some vintage ones in the past, but this definitely seems like a newer model. Next, came up on one of these older digital camcorders. This one was just from the brand Jazz. Never sold anything like this before, but they were asking $15 for this one. And after checking comps, I seen that these were selling for right around 20 to 30 bucks. So for that reason, I had to pass. There's no money to be made with that. So checked out Goodwill, and this is why I love coming to Goodwill, because you never know what you will find. And this was just a pair of Adidas Yeezy Boost, but I don't remember the colorway on this one. I think this was just either the bread or the pirate black or something like that. But either way, after checking it out and just looking at that tag, as soon as I seen the tag, I think this is fake. Drop a comment if you guys disagree, but just the font and just how weird that 9.5 looks compared to that 43 1/3 looks. Just looks off. The font just doesn't look like how usually Adidas tags looks. So I just put that one back. So I'm trying to make sure that I show you guys some stuff and kind of show you the stuff that I pass on for whatever reason. And I looked at this car radio, and I've sold some car radios in the past for like $200 and $300, especially if they were, just the regular factory car stereos. But this one in particular, I checked the comps on these, and the comps were kind of all over the place. Some people had these listed really high for like $200, and there were a few actually listed, but then in terms of sales, there was only one that sold pre-owned for somebody took a best offer, and then one was brand new sold for $230. So for that reason, I ended up passing on it, only because I feel like this might be one of those items that sit around for a really long time. But next came up, or not one, but two of these DVD/VCR combos, and they were only asking $650 a piece on these. But the funny thing is, the last couple times I've actually picked up some of these combos, it actually just tore up the VCR tapes that I used when I tried to test it out. So hopefully these work. I'm just gonna make sure I grab up both of those because it's a really good price on this. But like I said, hopefully they work, and if I do sell them, they'll be able to sell for right around maybe $80. Next, I came up on a couple other smaller things. Anytime I find these like network adapters, these like Wi-Fi range extenders, I always grab these up. Some sell a little better than others, but I usually always get at least 25 to 30 bucks for those. So I'm definitely gonna grab that one up. And this was the power supply for. This is actually the power supply for a sound bar. So anytime I come to this thrift store in particular, sometimes I might find the power supply 1 week and then find, the actual item a couple days later or the week later. But I'm definitely going to grab that one up because I'm pretty sure I'll eventually come up on the actual item. That's just how it works. Maybe I just manifested, who knows? But you guys know how it goes when it comes to me finding Bose stuff. But just had to make sure I grabbed up that other one. And this one in particular, just want to give you guys a little spoiler. I didn't test the black one yet, but as soon as I got home, I tested the gray one, and the gray one definitely tore up that VCR tape. So had to take that one back. So checked out a different Goodwill location, and I actually just bought 2 standing desks for my office and found one of these in the thrift. This one was $250, not a terrible price, but pretty close to retail. So definitely not going to be testing this one out or, even trying to bring this one home. but it was in pretty good condition. Nice little glass top, but $250, especially in Goodwill, was just a little too pricey for me, so I just left that one behind. I love picking up these little Sony radios. These always do bring in a decent amount of value. This one in particular sells right around 30 to 40 bucks. And I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't any battery acid or any serious corrosion with this. I usually would use some apple cider vinegar to get that stuff out, but sometimes that even doing that doesn't do the trick. But this one was super clean, so this one should sell for right around 30 bucks plus shipping. So I've told you guys a few times that I'm not selling as many blazers and stuff like that as I usually do, especially for right now. During the summer, they usually always take a really long time to sell, but this one in particular was from Ralph Lauren, and as you guys seen, it was made in Italy, and it even had some really nice suede leather elbow patches. So stuff like this are just the little details that add a ton of value to pieces, and this one might take maybe 4 or 5 months to sell, but when it does, I'll be able to sell this for at least 110, maybe 120. This had no flaws whatsoever, so I'm going to price mine on the high end for sure. And here is a really good example as to why when I check out shoe sections in thrift stores, I always go to the men's section and I always go to the women's section as well. You definitely can't pass them up because someone definitely left this on the women's side, and this is a men's size 11.5, I think. And these shoes run pretty tight, so I actually tried them on and they fit me pretty well. I don't necessarily wear a ton of LeBron sneakers or anything like that, so this one isn't going to stay with me. But comps on these were a little lower than I expected. I seen some people sell these for like 40, 50 bucks. I was hoping they were going to sell for a little more, but it is what it is. I'll turn 12 into 50 all day long. Here's something else I love selling. This is just the charger and the battery for, just some power tools. These usually always sell pretty quickly for me. Checking the comps just on that one in particular was selling for right around 50 bucks. And here were some other chargers. This one was a Craftsman charger, but that one, I think I tested that before and it wasn't working, so I ended up just putting that one back. But definitely gonna grab this one up for that 50 bucks. So this was a very interesting find. Came up on a pair of Jordan 4s, and for those of you that don't know, the Jordan 4 is my favorite Jordan silhouette. Maybe between this and the 13s, but it is what it is. Came up on a pair of these in a size 15, and as you guys can see, these were falling apart, but that wasn't necessarily the deal breaker for me because I've sold shoes like this in the past and I've repaired shoes like that in the past. It's just after I looked at the size tag, it just screamed fake to me. It looked like an older tag, but just an older fake Jordan. So they've been making fakes for a while. Overall, the feel of these were really off. The shoe itself was super, super light, which was like a dead giveaway for me because I know the Jordan 4 isn't a heavy shoe, but it's definitely not this light, especially for a size 15. So after walking around the store for a little bit, I ended up just putting that one back. So went back to the front of the store just to see some of the games that they had in here, and they had some older Nintendo games, some N64 games in here as well. They priced them pretty high, so I ended up passing on them, but I did grab that VR Trooper game for the Sega Genesis, only because I have a couple Segas in the house that I have no games to test it out, so I'm definitely going to grab that up just to kind of make it a set. Here was another interesting find. Came up on a pair of Air Max Ups. I think these are the Air Max Up NRG. They're asking 50 bucks for that. Pretty pricey, but those still sell for like 110, and as you guys can see, those are brand new without box, so I still took a chance on those. Had to grab that up. And here was a pair of Chippewa work boots. As you guys can see, Vibram soles on the bottom, always a good detail to see if the shoe is, well constructed. And these should sell for right around 120, so definitely going to grab these up, especially since they were only 8 bucks. This was a steal, so had to grab this pair up for sure. Alright, y'all, so we are back in the crib, and I just wanted to show you these headphones that I picked up for only $5.50. This was definitely a steal. It even came with the original box and the manual as well, and it also had the cord that you need to just plug into whatever audio equipment that you're using. But this was a set of Shure headphones, and this is a really good brand to be on the lookout for. Anything from this brand usually does sell for a decent amount of profit. Just checking the comps on these, does have some little cosmetic flaws, but overall tested them out, they sound amazing. But I'm actually going to hold on to these because these types of headphones are just perfect for what I'm going to be doing in the future. Just more live streaming and just doing more interviews and stuff like that. And when you have a really good set of headphones, you can just make the listening experience much better. You won't be cutting off the interviewer and stuff like that, so it'll just make it a much better experience. So I'm actually going to hold on to these, but I just wanted to show you guys the brand, because if you guys come across anything from this brand, definitely grab it up. The microphone that I use is also from this brand as well, so just going to be a nice little set. Even came with the little headphone bag for this as well. So just overall really nice find. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys haven't already, make sure that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And also if you guys are interested in copping any of the consistency tees, make sure you guys use code consistency10, and it's the first link in the description. So that's all I have for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner. Mood just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit.